What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be checking out the Riftstorm pre-alpha playtest here. It's supposed to be a sort of action roguelite shooter type game, I think. So I've got two weapons there. Dodge roll, some sort of ability on Q, not sure what that does. The super fast weapon just seems way better so far. And it even has more ammo too. Gain mana. Hold and release to shoot skill. Oh, I don't have it fully charged yet. So every time the purple circle fills, you get one charge of it. And then you get a big AoE. Some sort of pulsing bomb effect. Kinda cool. I don't really know why you have to pick those up instead of just running over them. I guess technically you were supposed to destroy those with a bomb. Then you can aim a little bit. That doesn't seem super useful to me. So we've got some upgrades here. Hitting an enemy 2.5% weapon damage up to 8 times. Weapon plus 35% but reduced fire rate. Pretty boring. Increased projectile damage. Further it travels. I think I like that with the fast hitting weapon. That will go up to, I think, 20%. That would be pretty good for sniping stuff. Let's just grab that. And try to keep max range on stuff. You can press R to manually reload if you want to get all your ammo back. I'm guessing that's an explosion type thing. Yeah. Guess you get some type of currency on the ground. So 1.5% for every shot, that's pretty good. Don't like reducing fire rate. 5-meter aura that increases damage. That would be good in team play. I forgot to mention this game is supposed to have a 3-player co-op once it releases. So that's always a huge plus for me. It doesn't seem like you gain mana from doing that, but there is a little bit of currency. Infinite ammo? What? So shield is down, 25% strafe speed. I think strafe is shooting and movement speed like that. Reduce weapon shred by 30%. That doesn't seem super useful currently. Aura that deals 60% every 0.5 seconds, but double the cooldown of evasion, and evasion is probably your dodge thing. So maybe that's more of a tanky melee type thing. I think probably just the shooting and movement speed here for me. Enemies seem pretty basic so far. They just kind of run at you and just die. But I might still be in part of the tutorial. So, damage shorter, so that's the opposite of my first upgrade. Increase projectile range, but reduces speed. But reduce mana gain. That is a lot of damage, so I think I'm gonna go with that one. I guess you can do like that to... Oops, I accidentally double casted. You can do that to get a little bit of essence faster if you want to mess with that stuff. The spawning on this stuff could be a little bit faster, so you're not just sitting there waiting around for stuff to come. So we've got a mini boss or something here. Got a little bullet hell thing going on. I'm gonna see if there's iframes on the dash. It looks like it towards the start, and I apparently should have saved it for that. If I had gotten the thing that doubles my dodge cooldown, that would have been extremely hard to dodge there. I'm gonna AoE those guys down. Oh, I guess I have to destroy those. Throw that in. Yeah, I feel like the mana and stuff on the ground should just be auto pickup when you run near it. Kind of annoying getting it when there's all this stuff going on. This seems like a lot of stuff going on right now. I don't seem to be able to hurt those things on the ground. I don't really know what's going on. I dodged out of that, but it still hit me. I dodged almost everything, but I have no idea what is going on.
Answer me this.
Maybe that was a scripted loss?
What do you know of our world? Really? What do you know of the Black Death? Of its true nature? Of those who survived it and rose from the ashes? What do you know of the dragons? Of varied tribes sailing together for a greater purpose? What do you know of fate? Of its hidden machinations and the few who sought to uncover them for the good of all? And what do you know of the Great War? Of the heroes that stood together against the might of the cosmos? What you think you know is just the beginning. Because the truth is dark, the truth is complex, and the truth has rules for all to abide.
So I think that entire thing was the tutorial there then. You can see there's play co-op there. Must have some sort of currency up there. Select the missions here. So I guess I'm supposed to do one of these. Sniper rifle, handgun, submachine, shotgun, possible loot stuff. So you've got loadouts. So that's my Q I've been using. Instantly refill ammo, weapon damage increased by 100% and gains homing. That's pretty cool. Plus 35% magazine size, 20 projectiles without reloading, momentum, plus 20%, that's pretty good. Reloading each momentum stack grants 30% extra ammo. So that's the character I'm playing, and then you've got several in here. Charge to leap, dealing 700%. Don't know what Lython is. Gain invulnerability once per mission. So he starts with shotgun, assault rifle. Sniper, personal arms, Sky Fury, a drone that deals 25% for 30 seconds. Deploy an ace unit, stationary turret, exploding rockets, 60% attack is AoE, up to 3. 30% each time they kill an enemy. Let's try the turret, dude. I have no idea what that weapon was. So I like charge up a big shot and a line. Wonder if the weapons have different mana gain rates. It looks like they have the same, but this one is just faster. So I can do that and drop a turret. Yeah, I don't really like having to run up to the mana and then press something to pick it up. So, restores 25% of magazine, HP plus 200%. Magazine size 150%, but I want to focus on the turret, so I do not want to reduce my mana gain here. I guess probably that one. Drop down a bunch of turrets. Then I think it said they get increased duration or something when you let them kill something. Magazine empty, consumed 5 shield points, but I'm gonna be getting magazine on kill, so not really. Strafe speed, projectiles gain 1 bounce. That sounds cool. Drop the turret, get some bounces. Pretty good mana gain now. Just wasted that turret. Open chest. I don't know what that is. Critical damage 245%. I don't know what my crit chance is. Radius of launcher explosion by 25%. An evasion skill leaves behind a surge that explodes after 0.5 seconds. Radius of launcher explosion. I don't know what that is. Get the big dash explosions, get some turrets down. Launcher, first target receives 20% splash for every enemy. Projectiles ricochet off the wall. It sounds the coolest, so let's grab that. That's a pretty tiny ricochet, it looks like. Grab the turret. Dash out for the explosion. Grab another turret. Drop a ton of turrets everywhere. Waste it. Fire rate 35%, but that would increase my mana gain a lot. Magazine empty, nope. Reload rate, nope. Fire rate 35%. Since mana is gained on hit, I think, and grab whatever that is. Can I just open all of these? $1,000 essence, and I seem to have 1,007? Oh, that was a huge waste. Well, I guess those are kind of not very useful then. Got the big fire speed now. Generate tons of mana with that. Launcher, 20% for every enemy. Magazine size, 100%. Strafe speed, I guess. It's actually pretty good. There's something on the mini-map over here. Health and mana. The turrets seem to be drawing aggro from them, and it's actually making it really easy. Perfect charge shots increase. That's probably for the other weapon where you charge up like that, I think. I don't think there's a charging effect for that one, which I'm using for the fast attack speed. 15% fire rate is not bad. Behind, 35% crit. Let's just get the attack speed here. Got down a bunch of turrets over there. And then I just have infinite ammo from the kill replenishing my magazine thing. Weapon attacks +1 pierce, radius of launcher, perfect charge shot, not really using that, so I guess just grab that. So I have 1800, doesn't matter, can't get any of that stuff. Can only get that. Magazine size doesn't really seem to be relevant right now. That's not enough for anything else. I can check that stuff, but whatever. Maybe I can explode it with the dash. Grab a bunch of turrets. Looks like a boss is here. Okay, that is a really low cooldown. I guess magazine size actually would be helpful here. I kinda got stuck on the corner there. This guy kind of just seems like a big bullet sponge. He doesn't really do that much other than occasionally hit you with attacks that missed you. And soak a ton of damage. Okay, there we go, some ad spawning. Yeah, the hitboxes on some of his dashes are a little bit off there. I don't know, it just doesn't seem very interesting right now. I'm just shooting a billion bullets into him and not really interacting with him much. So I guess this is sort of like an overall power rating or something. And then there's some sort of progression on each character with levels. And you get some random loot from those artifacts, it looks like. So they've got some random mods, plus 1.5% up to 10 times. Shield is down, plus 10% strafe speed, 20% move speed. Ricocheted projectiles, plus 5% crit. Oh, you have to choose something about them before you move on. I guess you can carry up to 9 total. So let's check out the other starter mission. And I guess each one has different loot you can obtain from them as well. Let's try someone else. The guy had the drone, increased charging speed. The leap and the invuln. Grenade and magazine size. Not very interesting, but the other stuff is cooler. Assault rifle, personal arms. So I don't have access to any of the other stuff there. So can I change weapons here? I can. So the loot is specific to each of the characters. Have a submachine gun, shotgun. Let's try like a submachine gun and a sniper rifle. And I guess I had to stick with this character because all the weapons are there. Is that an extra ability? I thought it was going to be like you would choose between them. But it seems like that modifies the turrets you already have. So I guess we'll try out a mission with the new weapons here and the new ability. So, very fast attack there. You have to charge up the sniper rifle. Yeah, you can't fire it without fully charging, it looks like. Do I really have to go around and open all of these? One self-revive, reloading, reduces damage taken, HP plus 200%. Maybe that in case there's like some sort of one-shot thing I get hit by. Magazine size, reduce mana gain, projectile damage, but reduce speed. Aura that deals damage. I suppose that. Pretty big damage increase. What is going on? I guess there's stuff spawning up there. That weapon is extremely slow to do that. So I do that, and then there's an AoE if I use my E thing. So I have almost 3k. See if I can dash through that. It looks like it still damaged me. So I need to deal with whatever that thing is. These guys don't really seem to be doing anything. And I guess I'm already at a boss? Oh, that leaves a damage effect on the ground. So now I have 4K, fire rate 20%, reload rate, +1 pierce, revive an ally, reduce damage, 30% crit rate with a debuff, magazine size, homing, but reduces weapon damage. What is that yellow arrow? Open chest. So I could get the homing thing, but it does reduce your damage by quite a bit. But it does sound kind of cool with the machine gun. So I have 1,000 left. It's weird that you can get a revive and ally blessing when you're completely solo, I think. Fire rate 20%, pretty good. So I just bought all of that for nothing, what? Strange mission. So a launcher, critical hits gain 1 bounce. Strafe speed, active skill increases damage. Evasion skill, 5 damage for 1 attack. It seems kind of good for what I'm doing now with a bunch of turrets out. I guess I'll do one more because that was pretty short. Let's just do something over here and see how bad it is. Requirement? Can I start that? Oh, okay, I can. So let's grab the active skill plus 5% damage, sounds good. And then I should try out the launcher, whatever that is. So I've got that with a bonus whenever I use an ability. And then you have to charge that, and it does a decent sized explosion. Fire rate 20%, aura, weapon attacks plus 1 pierce, probably. Although I doubt that works with the launcher. Could potentially explode on every enemy, I suppose. Let's see. I'm not sure, those barrels kind of messed it up. So, critical chance 25%, aura, launcher, first target receives 20% extra for every enemy. I guess crit chance. So I want to see if the piercing launcher works. I don't think so, but everything kind of just exploded anyways. HP 200%, weapon damage 30%, but less reload rate. Launcher, first target receives splash for each enemy caught in the explosion. Sure, let's try out the launcher stuff. They're just kind of wandering around, not even doing anything. Weapon attacks 15% to fire twice, shield is down, strafe, magazine size, reduced damage. Wonder if that works on the launcher. That'd be kind of funny if you had 3 shots, but 15% to fire twice, sure. I would think I'm getting close to the boss, so I guess I may as well grab this. Seems kind of bad for single target. So radius, aiming down sights, which I've never used yet. I just don't really see why you would bother with that. Shield is down, reload speed. Doesn't... I guess you can technically do that here too. I just don't really see why you would. Radius of the launcher, try that out some. %, fire rate, stationary plus damage, critical hits grant 1 stack of crit damage. I think I do have... yeah, I got that thing that increased my crit chance but reduced damage, so I guess that's decent. Although, not really with the launcher, it would be great with the assault rifle. I don't know, maybe you can get multiple stacks if you hit enemies at the same time. 3 self-revives, but minus HP after each one. Evasion skill explodes. Aura that deals weapon damage. Probably just the explode thing. It's pretty decent overall. So I have 4.8 mana gain. Homing projectile. That could actually be interesting. Critical hits plus 1 bounce. Sure, let's try that. Might not even work with the launcher, I don't know. What is that? Challenge? That aura does insane damage, Jesus. Do not go near that guy. Strafe speed, projectile damage, but reduced speed. Next attack gains 100% crit? What? That sounds insane for the launcher. Looks like the barrels damage you even if you're a bit outside of the radius. Wrecked. Magazine size, weapon damage for every shot fired, projectile range. I guess my launchers are going to be super slow, but extremely long range. Crazy aura guys running me down. Oh, the bounce actually does work on the launcher there. Like it shot him and then started homing in on something else there. It looks like there isn't a reward for this room. Although every room before it had one. 30% critical rate, but I should have 100%. Reviving an ally. Ally damage. Magazine size. Oh wait, all damage. Okay, that's fine. thought that said ally damage. Since there's a lot of ally stuff here. Yeah, the bouncing effect is kind of crazy on the launcher, wow. Yeah, this fight just feels kind of boring to me. And also his attacks hit you even when they don't hit you. Oops, fired that one too soon. So the launcher build was kind of busted towards the end there with all the random modifiers for it. Skill unlocked, loot obtained, got our first blue there. So that has two mods. Enemy grants 10% to weapon damage on the next attack, and the same mod at half effects. So I guess I should get rid of some junk in here, grab that. Sniper rifle, perfect dodge grants 750 mana. Critical rate 5%. Instantly kill enemies with 3% or 1% for elites. So that's the Riftstorm pre-alpha so far. I think it looks pretty good for a pre-alpha. It will probably be a lot more fun with friends to play with. So I think that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.